Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this special live stream with Anna Larcipretti, who is a student of the Meta-Analysis Academy and is going to share with us her journey into publications. She has a lot of publications, even as a medical student in neurosurgery. And we're going to talk all about these publications and the impact in her career. Before I turn it over to Anna for some introductions, I just want to introduce myself. If you're joining our webinar, the publication roadmap, you haven't met me yet. My name is Randerson Cardozo. I'm a cardiologist. I'm originally from Brazil. I'm a foreign medical graduate, and I came to the United States when I graduated medical school 12 years ago. And now I'm a cardiologist here. I trained at Johns Hopkins, and now I'm a professor at Harvard Medical School. What we're going to discuss here is not affiliated with any of the institutions where I worked or Anna works. It's our own opinion and our own thoughts. And then I also want to remind everyone to watch the publication roadmap. It's going to be this Saturday and Sunday at midday, 12 p.m. London time. Most of you are already registered, and if you're registered, make sure to watch it. If you're not registered yet, make sure to register. Anna, without further delays, thank you so much for joining. As you're going to share here, I'm very proud and inspired by your results. I'm very grateful to have you as part of our team. And could you please say hello and introduce yourself?
Of course. So hello everyone. I am Anna Larcipretti. I am a final year medical student from Brazil. I was part of the first edition of the Meta-Analysis Academy a couple of years ago, and now I have currently 10 publications and over 40 abstracts accepted in prestigious conferences. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Henderson. Always a pleasure to be here talking to you. And yeah.
I am a big fan, Anna, as you know. So let's dive into a little bit more about your background and your story. Before even med school, can you just give us a sense of like your upbringing, what city you're from in Brazil, and what type of like education you had, like to go to private school, and how was your upbringing even before medical school?
Yeah. I'm from Belo Horizonte, capital of Minas Gerais here in Brazil. I've always studied in private schools, and then I joined the medical school, which is a public one, and which is the Federal University of Ouro Preto. I'm in the sixth year, final year, and I've always been dedicated. I've always had big dreams, and I know what I want to be in the future. I have like a certain goal and my dedication. I have been always very dedicated to follow my dreams, always getting high grades. It's important for me. Publications now, it's important for me as well. Outstanding. Yeah.
So you clearly are motivated, as you said, and you clearly want to have a successful career, do very well. We're going to talk a little bit about, specialties, what do you want to do with your career? But as you said, you're clearly a great student. You got good grades in school. You worked really hard. Let's zone in. Let's talk about these publications. Like, what was it like going to a university in it's not in the major centers of Brazil, which would be like São Paulo or Rio. And this may be applicable to people listening from India, from Asia, Europe, many places around the world, that they're not going to a world-renowned school, like they're not going to Johns Hopkins or University of São Paulo or these really major academic institutions. What type of research opportunities did you have in medical school? Did you seek them? Did you really try to get research done? And were you able to before you joined the Meta-Analysis Academy?
Yeah, I've always seeked research opportunities within my university. I was during almost 2 years in a research lab there. It's a really great lab in my university. We were trying to find proteins for a vaccine for a visceral leishmaniasis. And it was amazing. It was really enriching. I learned how to perform many experiments, animal research, and also many procedures. I was able to learn about DNA extraction, which is something you only see within a lab. It was amazing. However, as a result, I just had a presentation in a local conference. I didn't published any papers, and I was even getting really frustrated back then because I knew that I wanted to pursue a competitive residency internationally, and I knew I had the CV was a major factor, and I wasn't getting anywhere. Although it was an enriching experience, I'm really grateful for all my mentors there. Yeah, but I didn't get any publications per se.
This is such a common experience, and whether it's in Brazil or other countries around the world, medical students will dedicate their time to research. Maybe it's in the basic lab, maybe it's with animal studies, maybe it's with clinical studies, collecting data from charts, doing chart review. And 6 months, 1 year, 2 years will go by, and you're invested in research and you don't get publications. And it's like you said, it's frustrating. It doesn't remove the value of learning the research. As you mentioned, you're grateful to the mentors, you had good opportunities over there, you were exposed to research, you understood research methods, but you are totally right. If you're going to apply for residency in the United States, for a master's, for a PhD, for these really important milestones in our career, people were going to want to see publications. You have to have the results to show for your research work. And a lot of time that's lacking in multiple research opportunities that we've had in medical school. Would you agree? Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm curious to hear from folks in the chat here. There's people from Scotland, Colombia, Burundi, Hungary, and so many other places. Have you guys experienced something similar where you invest time and time in research, 6 months, 1 year, and then it's just uncertain results and just nothing happens in terms of publications? Juan said he's going through the same thing right now, Nathaniel, and others as well. So I want to hear from you, Anna. What changed from what you just described to this? So you guys should probably be seeing my name, Anna's name in PubMed. I just typed Anna Larcipretti in PubMed, and I saw here 8 publications. She said she has 10, so probably maybe 2 others accepted, not in PubMed yet. Is that right?
Actually, if you type my complete name, you're gonna see 9.
Okay.
Uh, However, there is one which was published as a pre-proof, and it's yet to be published. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
so what changed that you went from what you just described, this difficulty, to having now 10 publications, and you're still in medical school, you still haven't graduated, correct?
Yes.
So what changed?
Yeah. So back then, when I was feeling really frustrated, I wasn't achieving any publications and not even abstracts for conferences, for prestigious conferences. I I learned about your course, and it was the first edition, and I decided to join because I was feeling lost there. And with the course, I was able to learn the method of conducting research in a more independent way. But I was also able to meet many colleagues that I've been working together ever since. These incredible colleagues, really engaged. They also have this major goal, and we have been working ever since. All of my publications so far are with the students, my colleagues, the students from the Meta-Analysis Academy. And yes, I think that's basically what changed, like everything.
Yeah, so I want to explain to folks what some terminology here. What Anna just described is the journey of learning how to do publications with autonomy and connecting with a strong research group that I will show you guys. The beginning of this journey is the publication roadmap. It's where I would do a 2-day webinar with you this Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you watch it at 12 p.m. London time, where I will explain to you the foundations of research on what are systematic reviews and meta-analysis, how to develop good ideas for your projects. I will teach you guys really a really strong foundation. And then the next step after that is going to be an invitation for you guys to join the Meta-Analysis Academy training program. That's what Anna just described. It's a 10-week program that explains in depth how to do systematic reviews and meta-analysis. And that's exactly the type of research that Anna and her group have done. So in this publication, for example, in Neurological Sciences, it's there in PubMed. Anna is first author, and she published this with Fernando, with Chantal, with Julia, and Mateus. She's going to talk about her research group in a little bit, but she was the leader on this project as first author. And this is a really strong publication. It's a systematic review and meta-analysis. And again, the journey starts with the publication roadmap, and then you join the Meta-Analysis Academy, where I'll teach you a step-by-step process for you to do the same thing that Anna did right here. Anna, can you share a little bit about the advantages of doing a systematic review and meta-analysis? You're a medical student, you wanted to publish, you couldn't do it before. How come you were able to do it with systematic reviews and meta-analysis?
Well, I think systematic reviews and meta-analysis, they sit on the top of the scientific evidence pyramid. It is the most qualified kind of evidence. So it is great for the CV. Of course, it's not easy. It's a process. You have to do every step. You're gonna learn in every module of the course. It's a step-by-step guide. So you have to perform every step with attention, with the help of your colleagues. And I think this is really great because your colleagues are also there learning the method with you. So if you're having questions, they might be able to help you, to assist you. So anyways, it's a high quality kind of research, and it opens many doors for you.
That's one major advantage that Anna just mentioned, guys, is that the systematic review and the meta-analysis are at the top of the pyramid of evidence. Anna mentioned that. And the main consequence of that is that when you do a good systematic review and meta-analysis, you get to publish it in great journals. You get to present at great conferences. For example, one of the people that work with Anna a lot is Julia. And Julia presented her work at the Congress of Neurological Surgeons in the United States, and one of the largest global conferences in neurosurgery. So that's the type of research that you're able to do. You saw the publication from Anna in a really good journal indexed in PubMed. That is the type of research that you do. It has a lot of impact. The other advantage is time, is that you can do it in the middle of internship, like Anna in Brazil. The last 2 years of medical school is internship. So Anna's really busy. Anna, can you talk a little bit about that, about still going through medical school, having all the classes, the exams, going to the hospital for long hours, and still being able to manage to publish 10 papers in the last 1 to 2 years? How was that possible?
Yeah, that was possible because meta-analysis, the major advantage is that you don't need to go to a research lab, spend hours and hours a day doing experiments, doing procedures. You also don't need to submit to the ethical committee of your institution, of your hospital, to get a permission to perform that kind of study. You don't need, so all you need, of course, is your computer, internet connection, and all your knowledge to conduct this kind of research with more autonomy. It's important. So yeah, I think it's not easy, like I said, but having colleagues that know the method, that have been working with you, they are engaged, they have a goal, so it really helps.
That's fantastic. Yeah, with meta-analysis, guys, like Anna said, you don't have to go through that painful process of primary research, which again, like we talked in the beginning, is important, has tremendous value. But the meta-analysis is just a much faster way to get there because you don't need to go to the charts, collect the data, call the patients, get informed consent. You don't have to go through this difficult and long process. The data is available to you already, and I'm going to explain that in the publication roadmap this Saturday and Sunday. So Anna, let's talk a little bit about the group. You mentioned this several times. Some of the names here of people that work with you, like Chantal, Fernando, Julia, Mateus, Jessica, and others. Can you talk a little bit about this group and how you met them and what's it been like to work with these now on at least 8 or 10 projects?
Yeah. So we joined the same edition, the first one. We met actually within the experts program. We were all selected by Mateus Banac, which is our mentor, was our expert back then. And it's like I said, the people that joined this course, majority, of course, they're really engaged. So, for example, this paper you were just showing, we took 4 weeks to finish it, to handle all the analysis, all the statistics, to write the paper. We took 4 weeks for each weeks. And then it got accepted with minor revision in 8 days. So it was less than 2 months to get it published. It was really incredible. So working with the right people, the engaged people really helps. You cannot do everything by yourself, although you can have more independency to do major tasks. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk a lot about autonomy with systematic reviews and meta-analysis, but that's different than doing it alone. Just like Anna said, you guys will meet people in our community, those of you who decide to participate in the Meta-Analysis Academy. You will meet colleagues, great people, collaborators. And then the major advantage is once you connect with that group, like Anna did, if things sort of go in motion, in the sense that you're working on one project and having the others help, but then you're also helping other 2 or 3 people on their projects. And then just things start happening, and soon enough, you have 8, 10 papers like Anna over here. And again, I want to emphasize that Anna met all these folks from in the Meta-Analysis Academy. So one of them is from Argentina, like Jessica. The other ones are scattered all over Brazil, and they met in the Meta-Analysis Academy. So that's it's been a fun experience to watch this group. Every month they have a new paper published. Good.
Amazing.
Good. So Anna, let's talk a little bit about the transformation of the learning experience itself. You didn't have extensive research experience, at least with meta-analysis. You didn't have publications before. What was the learning journey like? Did you enjoy it? Was it too difficult? Was it manageable? What was your experience, if you recall, 1 or 2 years ago when you learned the program, when you did the Meta-Analysis Academy? How was it?
Yeah, I started with the publication roadmap. I watched all of the previous classes, the live videos. So when the course started, I made a commitment with myself to dedicate as many hours as I could. I went to all of the classes, theoretical classes, practical classes as well. And I always went to the tutoring sessions. I was in our tutoring sessions, like asking questions, trying to practice every step of the meta-analysis. So I actually learned. And so I really dedicated myself. I have a notebook with, which is called my research notebook, with all of my notes from every class. And I use it even now. I use my notes even like currently. And yet it was great. You're a great professor. You were really objective. You have an excellent didactic. So you explain everything in an easy way of learning to learn. And I think that really helps. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, guys, and there's some points I want to highlight here from what Anna said is that, it's a step-by-step process. You guys, a lot of people are worried like, oh, I don't have any research experience. How can I join this? Am I really going to be able to have the same results as Anna did? And the answer is yes. When you join the Meta-Analysis Academy, those of you who decide to participate, you go through the publication roadmap, you get the invitation to participate in the Meta-Analysis Academy. If you decide to join, the first thing you will have is really an introduction module that will go through the very basics of research, basic statistics, building your P-code questions, searching PubMed, types of publications, really simple and easy things on the introduction module. And then after the introduction module, you're going to go into the step-by-step process of 10 modules that explains all the different details. Actually, when I asked Anna about this, Anna, you were on 10 papers. On some of them, you were first author. Were any of these ideas like your own ideas, or did the ideas usually come from an expert like a neurosurgeon or a neurologist?
Yeah, the majority were my ideas or my colleagues. So yeah, you teach when the in the first model how to generate your own ideas. So you since day one you start to generate your own ideas. I had some difficulty to get my own ideas, but this year I could work a little more with it. Try to like follow all of the journals, medical journals, and try to see if I could get an idea from them. And I could, and I got two or three ideas and was able to publish, and some of these are submitted already.
That's amazing. So the reason why this is possible, guys, what Anna just said, not only her, but other people have developed their own ideas, is because I'll teach you how to do it. You know, and like, it's not easy, like Anna said, but you will learn the tools for developing your own ideas. So some examples that come to mind, we're talking a lot about neurology, neurosurgery here, which is Anna's passion. But we have a student, for example, who is a second year in this small town in Brazil, and she already had her own paper published in endocrinology, first author for her idea. And we have similarly for psychiatry and cardiology and other specialties. You don't have to be a neurosurgeon to develop good ideas in neurosurgery. You don't have to be a cardiologist to develop great ideas in cardiology. Class number one is all about developing, teaching you how to develop your own ideas. And I'm not going to go through all the details here right now. You're going to learn all about this in the publication roadmap. You're going to learn about the schedule, which Fabian just asked here. You're going to learn everything in the publication roadmap. And then you're going to learn about the structure of this program, including the statistics. We'll teach you the statistics in the Meta-Analysis Academy, writing the paper, how to select the best journals to where to submit. So you guys are going to learn all of that. Before I come off the screen, Anna, did you do your own statistics on your projects, or did you have to pay a statistician, hire someone to do it for you?
I did my own. I never imagined that I could do all of this by my own, but today I can do it. It's totally manageable.
Yeah, that's an important point. I just showed you guys the structure of the program. You will learn how to do your own statistics. You will not have to go and pay someone else to do your statistics. You will learn how to create your forest plots and all of that. Okay? I want to come back here to the partnership with Mateus Banacchi. And you mentioned the experts program. Could you explain to folks what the expert program is, and then talk a little bit about how Mateus has supported you and your team in this journey?
Yeah, of course. The experts are specialists or residents that are from all over the world right now. In my edition was from over Brazil. And Mateus was a fourth or fifth year neurosurgery resident. And the experts will like select students to work directly with them. So you'll have, guys, the opportunity to work directly with a mentor within the Meta-Analysis Academy. I'm really grateful for my expert. He is now a neurosurgeon. He graduated from residency, and he's one of the most he's one of the most smartest people I know. He's really dedicated to us even until now. Sometimes he's like leaving his hospital shift late in the night and he's meeting with us instead of like enjoying his little free time with his family and all. He's meeting with us, correcting papers and helping us with submission, with revision, and he's really incredible. I'm really grateful for Mateus. I'm really grateful.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. And like Mateus, there are several other experts. Last edition of the program, guys, we had 70 experts from more than 10 countries. So we have experts in cardiac surgery, like Tulio from Germany last time, and Rafael Ayala from Germany the time before. And we have cardiologists in the United States and hematologists from Saudi Arabia, a hematologist. So we have like these experts from all over the world. And when you join the Meta-Analysis Academy, not only do you learn the tools for doing the systematic review and meta-analysis, but you get paired in this amazing community of people that will support you in your projects. Of course, it's not a place where you're just going to rely on others and you're going to cross your arms and watch others do the work. That's not how the Meta-Analysis Academy works. You will form a good team, you do your projects, they help you, and then you help them on their projects, and then things start happening. You get a ton of publications. I just want to answer two questions here in the chat. One is from Varun Sharma, who asked if this is also suitable for nutritionists, and definitely is. We've had multiple of our students who've published in nutrition. This is one of them from Mariano Huelas. He published on the role of green banana consumption in the treatment of acute and persistent diarrhea in children. He is either a nutritionist student or a nutritionist. I can't remember right now. And Mariano is from Lima, Peru. So, and just like that, there are multiple other publications in nutrition. And then someone asked here how to join the Meta-Analysis Academy. Well, guys, you will have the opportunity to join this weekend during the publication roadmap. But if you already know the program, if you follow us on Instagram, if you've listened to the explanation that Anna just gave us here, and you're really interested in joining, if you want to receive a superb offer and you really want to join the Meta Academy, you're going to join the special group that I just sent in the chat. It's our VIP group for people who will join the Meta-Analysis Academy next edition. You will click this link and you will join this group. Okay, so back to Anna right now. Anna, let's talk about career goals. You have so many publications right now, more than 10 publications. You clearly mentioned you're clearly a great student. You have good scores in medical school. I'm sure you will have a lot of different options. What's on your mind? What's your passion? What do you want to do after you finish medical school?
So I'm gonna apply for residency in the US. It's always been my dream. However, I haven't decided the residency specialty yet. I'm between neurology and psychiatry. However, I'm more into neurology, but I haven't decided. So I'm gonna be applying a couple of years in 2026 if everything goes as planned. And yeah, I intend to continue to pursue research even after getting into residency because it's been always my passion to learn new things, to discover new things, and I intend to pursue a research career besides a medical one.
Nice, that's amazing. And the United States is definitely the best place to do that. You will have the opportunity to have a phenomenal clinical career as a neurologist or a psychiatrist, but then also to publish and get compensated for your time invested in research. Have you taken the USMLEs yet or not yet?
I am studying for the step one. I'm gonna take it next year.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is a common story among our students in the Meta-Analysis Academy, guys. So, which is, what do you prioritize first, step one or publications? And everyone will have their different ways. Everyone has an individual story. And if you're really focused on step one and you're going to take the test next month, obviously makes more sense for you to just go ahead and finish step one before you start thinking about publications. But if a step one is in the near future for you, but not exact date planned yet, or even if there's time out for you to study and prepare, if you have a lot of time, it's important that you start doing publications as early as possible in your career because over time, like what happened to Anna, you get better and better. Like the way her team operates right now, 2 years after they started working together, is much more efficient than it was at the beginning. People have new ideas. There's multiple people working on different projects at the same time. They got better and better. Anna got better in her research methods and her statistics, the rest of the group as well. So while it took a little while for them to get one or two publications, now it's like one every month, So like you guys will get good and better at it over time, and the result starts to become exponential. We have first and second year medical students with multiple publications. So you can imagine that by the time they are finishing medical school like Anna, they're not going to have just 8 or 10 papers. They're going to have 20, 25 because they started really early on. So do not delay starting publications for taking step one, again, unless step one is in the immediate future for you. Would you agree, Anna? Do you think that in retrospect, this was a good way of doing it, doing the publications first, getting a really robust CV, and then focusing on the tests?
Yes, and it was planned before. I wanted to invest my time and effort and energy in research first because until you get more experience, until you do it like a lot of times, until you get experience, um, it gets easier, you know? So everything you invest your time and energy, it gets easier with time. So I decided to dedicate, especially this year, for research. I had this goal to publish 10 papers. It's going great so far. Yeah, so I decided to do that. It was planned.
Yeah, that's fantastic. One colleague here asked in the chat if we um, how can we get, Gabriel asked, how can I get involved as a first year medical student? The same pathway that Anna did as a fifth year medical student, you can do as a first year, Gabriel. You will learn how to do the same thing that Anna did, learn how to publish impactful papers with autonomy to advance your career. We've had multiple of our students do that pathway. And then Dharma asked about for someone who's applying in the next year, like within 1 year, and it's definitely enough time for you to get something going. So don't wait. If you have 1 year, start now. If you have 3 or 4 years before you're applying for residency in the United States, just start now. The average number of publications to apply for neurology and get a successful match is 11 for an international medical graduate like Anna and like myself. Do not delay the opportunity to start building these publications so that you can really, when it's time for your match, when it's time for your application, that you can be very successful at it, that you can have a strong application. Very good, Anna. So I'm really excited to have you in the future as a neurologist here in the US and I'm looking forward to the next steps in your career. Like I told you many times, I'm really proud of the results of that group specifically. Whether it's you as first author or Jessica or Fernando or Julia, it's a really incredible group that you guys have put together with the leadership of Mateus. I'm really proud of that.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to express my gratitude to my colleagues, especially to Fernando. He has been with me since before the Meta-Analysis Academy. I was the one that recommended it to him. And Like he's a great colleague, really dedicated, and will be an awesome and outstanding neurosurgeon.
Nice. And he's phenomenal. And I want to share with you guys, since we talked a little bit about residency applications to the US, these are just some of our students who matched in the last cycle, including Juliana, who matched in neurology here in Boston, including the news. So many of you guys watched the live stream I did with her about 2 weeks ago. Denusa is from the country of Mozambique. In fact, she tells me she's the first person ever from the country of Mozambique in Africa to match in the United States, and she got a really great program, academic program. So we've had Gabriella match for general surgery at Harvard, Yasmin in OBGYN, very competitive. So this is all applicable to you guys. I just came back from London. I arrived here in Boston yesterday after the European Society of Cardiology. We had more than 50 students between authors and co-authors who had abstracts accepted there. Many of them were there. I think there were more than 15 of us over there, of our students from all over the world, Costa Rica, India, Luxembourg, Peru, US, UK, all over the world, people that have dedicated themselves to learning this program like Anna and have started to collect the abstracts presented at global conferences, the publications in great journals like Anna did, and this will translate in their career. Anna, one last question for you, or one of the last questions. Have you noticed an immediate impact in your career? We're talking about what's going to happen in 2026, which is going to be residency application. And of course, you're going to have a really strong application when it's time because you have all these publications. I'm sure you will do well on your tests. But what about right now in medical school? Have people started to notice, your colleagues, your professors? Has anything changed since you started publishing all these papers?
Yes, of course, my colleagues are always proud of me for achieving such results. My professors as well. In congresses, I have presented in the Mineiro Congress of Neurology, an oral presentation. So people there were really impressed by it because I was a fourth-year medical student or a fifth year, I don't remember, back then. And yeah, so, and many people are watching like your steps, your career, although it's not always explicit, like not always there, like everyone talking about it and all. People are watching you get out of your comfort zone, achieving results, achieving great results. People are always watching.
Yeah, that's true. That people are always watching you and your results speak for yourself. Like, so this is what we were talking in the beginning about doing research and putting all that work. It's important to learn the research, but it's also really important to get results. And that's what our program will deliver for you, is teach you how to actually get the publications, how to actually get your abstracts accepted in great conferences and go and present. To wrap up, I'm going to answer some quick questions here in the chat. Actually, I'm going to answer one, then ask another one to Anna. One question that I will answer is, which statistical software do we use? We teach Review Manager, RevMan, but also R software. So we teach those two. Review Manager just because it's really simple and easy to use. R software because it's free and it's really advanced. So we teach those two in our program. The other questions from Moad, I'm going to ask that to Anna. How time consuming is meta-analysis? Anna, Moad said, I'm aware it's important to give it a lot of time and attention, but he also has other things, so he worries that won't be able to manage. Can you comment on that, please?
Of course. Like I was saying before, meta-analysis is, besides being a high quality of research, it is, you don't need to like dedicate many hours a week to it. You don't need like for example, what I'm saying is that you don't need to go to a research lab, spend hours and hours a day doing everything, doing experiments, procedures, so you can get a result. You don't need that. You need like, I dedicate myself today 4 to 5 hours a week. I have my colleagues, so choose the right people to work with. Um, uh, Personally, I think the colleagues from the Meta-Analysis Academy are really engaged in research. Like I said, incredible people, really hardworking people. And choose the right people to work with, choose the right colleagues. Dedicate yourself 4 or 5 hours a week, as many hours as you can. Set your goal as well. Set your goal. For example, I am gonna apply for the next match season, so I want to publish 10 papers, 15 papers this year. Choose the right people and just go. Get out of your comfort zone. It really works. With time. It will get easier, I promise. With experience, with dedication, of course, it will get easier. So it is totally manageable. I've seen many students in the Meta-Analysis Academy that were residents in their first year, that were even specialists, and they totally can manage their time.
Yeah, it's just like Anna said, guys. The key here is really, is this a priority for you? If you think that it will help you in your career to publish a lot of papers, to present at great conferences, if you think it's going to help you advance your career, to get where you really want to go, like Anna, residency in neurology in the United States, it's really important for her to publish. If you want to publish, if it will help you, then this is the best way. What other way will you invest like 4 weeks and get a really strong publication, like Anna said? Nothing. In 4 weeks, you're going to still be in the ethics committee trying to approve. It's going to take 2 to 3 months. Then you're going to collect data for 1 year or 6 months. So it's really slow, other methods. Again, they're important, but in terms of publications, they're really slow. Meta-analysis, on the other hand, it's fast. Anna did her work in 4 weeks. Other students do it in 7, other times in 2 to 3 weeks. I know a few people that have done it even in 2 weeks. So that's the time it takes you to develop an idea, do all of the steps, and submit it to the journal. It's really fast. And even the learning curve is fast as well. In the Meta-Analysis Academy, you guys have one step each week. So each of these 10 modules is just 1 week. So you become very good at it in less than 3 months. And you should not focus on writing the next paper for JAMA. That's not what your focus is. Your focus right now should be on learning the next step. Like, who was it that said, Abib said, I have no idea. Am I going to be able to learn from scratch? Yes, because you were going to learn first types of research and publications, then basics on how to develop ideas, then how to build your research questions. So it's just going to be one step at a time. You're not going to watch a class on the weekend and publish on the New England Journal of Medicine. That's not how this works. You're going to take your time over 10 weeks in the Meta-Analysis Academy to learn what Anna learned. And then I got a lot of questions like from Samiha on how to join the Meta-Analysis Academy. Well, that's super easy. What you're going to do is you're going to join this link that I just sent in the chat right here. And that's our VIP, our special group. Okay, you guys are going to have the opportunity to join over the weekend if you click this link right here. So Anna, this has been phenomenal. Any final words of advice from you to the group? There are people from India, from Pakistan, from Asia everywhere, from Europe that are watching, and they from South America. We have a lot of students from Peru, from Colombia, from Argentina, Mexico, US, of course. What are recommendations for medical students like yourself who they're inspired by you? They watch your story, they hear you, and they won't also want to publish 10 papers like you did, but they're completely lost. They have no idea where to start, what to do. What would you advise them?
Well, I would say that everyone has its own process. So take your time, dedicate yourself, but everyone has its own process. Like everyone takes a different time to learn, a different time to publish, a different time to uh, achieve results. So do not give up, like believe in yourself, and also dedicate yourself. It's really important. Dedicate yourself to the classes. Like Henderson said, you're not gonna have your first idea on the class one. You're gonna test, you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail again, and then you're gonna have an incredible idea, and you're gonna uh, pursue this idea. You're gonna work with this idea along the course or after the course. Myself, I just started working with my own ideas after the course. It was my decision. I knew that I wanted to learn before practicing, putting it to practice. So believe in yourself. You can do it. If I could do it, you can do it. And do not give up. But don't forget also to leave your comfort zone. It is not easy. It's not an easy process. However, it's totally possible.
That's exactly right, guys. It's within your reach. You can extend your arm or your knowledge arm and go and get this information and learn how to publish good papers with autonomy. To wrap this up, I actually saw Fernando and Jessica here in the chat who have worked with Anna. So I don't know if Fernando, Jessica, I'm not sure if she's still around. Oh, yes, she is. I don't know if Fernando and Jessica can come on, but if you guys can come on, turn on your camera and audio. And then just I want to hear from the both of you if you can. I made you guys co-hosts. There's Fernando and Jessica. So I just saw them in the chat and I pulled them over here. I want to hear from both of you guys. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you. Like you guys probably heard me saying here, your group is phenomenal. Every week I see a new paper from you guys. So I'm really proud of the work that you've done. I just would like you to share some of your experiences just over a minute or two before we wrap up. Let's start with Fernando, then go to Jessica. Fernando, thanks so much for joining. Can you share a little bit about your experience as well in this group, please?
Absolutely. Thank you for the invitation, Professor. It's a pleasure just to be here to celebrate our colleague and as a brilliant researcher, a brilliant teammate, and it's a great honor to be here and just watch her talk about her experiences. But if I may add anything, it's just to reinforce everything that she said about how great our group dynamics have been later over this last year. Uh, Around the same time last year, we had our own meta sessions when we had like as a group 4 or 5 published papers, and ever since then we basically doubled our scientific output. We did a couple papers in like less than 2 weeks in our next latest experiences. And really, it's been an amazing opportunity to watch our not only our results, but really our relationship as a group mature over this time as we learn to work better with one another. And I'm just really thankful to be here. I was joking with Anna earlier that the same way we do updated meta-analysis, so she's doing an updated meta session here. And it's great to see how we all improved over this time. It's always
Yeah.
great to be here and talk about that.
Yeah, I have to do an updated meta sessions with both of you too, because I know I brought you both on as well. Fernando, you're applying to neurosurgery in the US. Is that the goal?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm. It sometimes look when we last talked. I wasn't feeling too sure about talking about this because despite having seen our results, I still wasn't so sure about how it could actually transform our lives. But then over this last year, we took up the project and we said, you know what, let's dive into this. Let's go all out for ideas. Let's go all out for projects and seeing how much we improved our results. It's become clear the real difference this can make.
Yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you guys. Jessica is a med student in Argentina, or maybe done already, Jessica, you tell me. But share a little bit, just 1 minute while we wrap up, your experiences in Argentina and research, and then also working with this amazing group.
Hi everyone. Yeah, so right now I'm in the last year of medical school here because it's quite different than other place in Brazil, for example. And it was totally different, like game changing for me to make this, not only for the theoretical part and everything, but about the community, just like Anna mentioned. So it's just totally impossible without this. So I wouldn't have been able to do like meta-analysis and research if this, and it's so hard to find some people like great team, hard work people to do and to with the same mindset. So for me, it was totally like game changing. And without the Mathematics Academy, like before I did the first edition, I had no research and no research opportunities and like no people to decide to do this and looking for other things to do it. So this was totally game changing. And it's always like an honor to talk with you and the people who give us like the knowledge and the steps, everything. And Fernando, Anna, and I'm in Argentina, right? So if it wasn't like meta-analysis, the beautiful part to do all this like remotely, it is quite hard to do this. So yes, everything that Anna mentions and totally game change for my life.
And have you guys met in person?
No, not yet.
Just me and Fernando. He's
Oh,
one of the
Mariana.
he's one of my best friends.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, you said you invited Fernando to join, correct? All right.
Yeah.
So, all of you guys listening here, you guys are going to invite your friends to participate in the publication roadmap because soon you will share stories like Anna and Fernando. So one of you invited the other. There are multiple stories like this in the Meta-Analysis Academy of friends that decided to join together and then have published multiple papers, one as co-author, then vice versa. And, so replicate this yourself. So you guys go ahead and invite your friends to participate in the publication roadmap. So Anna, Fernando, and Jessica, congratulations to all of you. Like I said multiple times, I'm very proud of the results that you've done. You guys are an inspiration to all of us in the Meta-Analysis Academy. You guys are leaders. I know many of you have helped in education initiatives as well, helping other students. Anna is a meta writer, for example. She helps to correct some of our papers. So I'm very grateful to all of you guys to have you. I'm honored. I'm really grateful to have you in the community. Congratulations to all of you and good night. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to send me a direct message. Also to the team here, I'm sure they'd be happy to answer you all. Thank you all, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, Professor. You all. Thank you.
See you guys.